I'm Lucy and I sing.
I'm Daniel and I play the bass guitar and sing.
I'm Sam and I play the guitar with 6 strings.
I really loved, we played in a place called Phase 1 and I loved it because it was really, like, nothing was done, nothing was fixed, it was all just smushed together. It was like really DIY. Phase 1, I think that's what it was called.
It was
Phase 1.
Jacaranda Records.
Yeah, it was.
My favourite venue is Zanzibar. I don't think it exists anymore, but I did my first ever gigs in there.
I'm not allowed to say the same one as him, am I?
Well,
Think of another one. Surely there's another
if
one.
it's your favourite.
Barfly?
The O2.
No,
Mojo?
Barfly when
Yeah.
it was Barfly, but honourable shout out to Mojo because I used to play there like every Thursday with my first ever band. 2003 is hands down
2003,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, to
We're
that.
all going to say that. I
Wow.
think.
Swear we drove. One of our first ever big tour we did. The drive from London to this fucking place in the middle of nowhere, France. That was the longest, but we weren't moving for all of it because the fucking Eurotunnel was delayed, and we ended up getting to this.
I was asleep, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't we not, our first tour we drove from Brighton to Dublin?
Yeah, in 2 instalments though.
Oh yeah, we stayed in a
We
hotel.
stayed
Stayed,
in a
yeah.
travel
That was quite, that was like a whole day
Yeah.
of travelling basically.
Yeah.
I can't say the donuts. No, it doesn't really count. Voodoo donuts is genuinely delicious. But I think when we played New York, we played 2 shows in one day. There was like 2.5 hours between shows, like us playing them. So there was like 40 minutes to pack down and walk to the other venue. And literally we had like mums and aunties and like relatives that live in New York helping us carry stuff, just walking through the streets of New York. I know it's not technically like, it was a highlight because it was like cute.
It was very
like,
memorable.
camaraderie,
Like
yeah.
running through the freezing cold streets of New York.
And it was ice cold. None of us had time to like actually put any clothes on. We were just like running through in like stage clothes.
Steam coming off there.
Yeah.
My highlight was that group of friends who came to see us in New York and they knew like every word. That like blew my mind. And also the pizza in New York.
Yeah.
Every day we have.
I've got to say, there's like 2 though, because you just said that one. It was like playing our first ever show on American soil and like looking at somebody in the crowd singing every song, and I was just like, fucking hell. And like it was a massive bucket list for me growing up to play South by Southwest and to play in New York, and we did it both. So like South by was just, you know, playing the British Embassy probably, and it just being El Ramode, but like looking at the back and seeing like our mate Trude from like Tangled Hair just like bopping, and like it was just like seeing people
it was a
that
bit
you
surreal,
know
wasn't it?
who were all like sort of coming to South by.
Yeah.
It was really good.
We got the whatever day we got there, we had a day before we played, and when we got to the venue to like look at it just to see if it was what it was like in the face. I looked at the stage and looked at the bar and was like, my dad's always said one day you should jump on, like dance on a bar while you're singing, and I was like, that's pretty close and I can probably make it. I could jump up there quite easily.
No time like British Embassy stage at South by Southwest to do something like that.
Yeah, so I asked him, I was like, I think I'm going to go for a runabout. Can I have an extra long lead? And the guy was like, yeah. He like looked at me like a bit weird. But it was fun. I laid on it as well at one point, and I only had a bra on, and it was like granite. So it was absolutely Baltic. But it was so hot in there, actually. It was quite a nice.
It was very hot.
It was
I was wearing
really hot
fucking
in there.
dungarees. I don't know
That
why
is
I
my
did
one
that.
memory of that show.
That
You
was
put dungarees on,
hot.
I've
and
literally
afterwards,
never worn dungarees in my life, and I was like, I'm gonna wear dungarees for this show.
and then you saw a picture of yourself, and you were like, I'm never wearing dungarees again on stage.
That was a hot show.
That was where, it was like literally going off there, and like once again, luckily those people there knew us, and like this girl came with her mum, and she was wanting to get a selfie with us and stuff and sign some stuff, and I was literally dripping sweat,
We were
and
like
I mean
little
it
tomatoes.
was horrendous, and I was just like, I don't want to touch anything. Well, it doesn't stay glued. Like the first song yesterday, it fucking flew off.
Didn't the photographer get a photo of this tour of it flying off?
There's a photo on my Instagram, and they've managed to get it so perfectly it is just falling off my head, and I'm like on the downward headbang. So they got that, but I stupidly came on tour with only the orange hat. So usually when it flies off my head, I usually give it a fucking kick and see how far I can get it. But this tour I've been like, can't be kicking it, because if I lose it, ain't you know.
Yeah.
Tour's over, like. Yeah. I don't even think my guitar would stay in tune if I didn't have this hat on.
It's like when Sam doesn't wear his hat, he can't actually play the guitar. It's just like, you know, it's like...
Shut up, lads.
It's like Samson with his long hair. He just, the hat goes on, he's like...
And the hair's not actually attached to my head, it's all attached to the hat as well.
Yeah.
It's a win.
I thought you were going to say the Christmas song.
Let's do the Christmas song! I mean, I don't think I could play those songs anymore. You said that and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, maybe. I mean, we want to go emo and play some chords, yeah.
Your Instagram's a great place to hang out with the emo friends.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I used to rock it for many a year.
Yeah.
Orchards.
Yeah.
We did a couple of tours with Iron Witch, but they were very short, and I don't really remember any of them because we weren't very sensible in it. So.
It was very easy to play.
Sludge.
Yeah, sludge. Well, we did, you know, sludge and a bit of hardcore thrown in, but it was still very easy.
To be honest, some of our most memorable tour stories are still probably from those tours, just because
we're far too sensible as Orchards.
And I've known you both for so long now.
You know all the stories.
I know all of the stories. So as soon as you start saying it's someone else, I know exactly what one it is. I know exactly what you're going to say, and I punchlines. I know like the people that are involved.
You're basically on that tour as well.
I feel like I was. To be fair, I was mates with you when you went on a few of them, so
yeah
I do know because you were there.
I feel like maybe you know them more than those two then. They were hazy.
Because they changed.
Yeah.
They changed over time with the people that we're with.
It was a long day, and when you're celebrating an album release and people want to buy you drinks, I was just like,
well, it was mad because it was like we had the tour that we're on now. We had that booked, so we were like in our heads. We were like, we've got the big blowout, massive rock show, high kicking, and this was just like an amuse bouche kind of thing, wasn't it? So it was like dead nice. Loads of family came and stuff, and like, you know, it was nice, but it.
And there was
it's fucking cake. We had
stabbed the cake knife in my hand.
I apologise. Opening.
Go.
Klaxons.
Okay.
Queens of the Stone Age, Mates Port.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Don't know why I did that.
The Eagles. I'm sorry, but I love them. You can't take that away from
You know
me.
what?
In phase one.
Yeah.
In phase one. Nah, in fucking...
in the fucking Hope.
In the Hope and Ruin, yeah.
In the fucking Hope. Could you imagine?
Or in the Magnet in Liverpool.
Hell no.
Shout out the Magnet though in Liverpool.
No, don't shout out the Magnet.